real good. Definitely did Asia Kong. I think New Jack has to be the selection here. I'm gonna go Akiman versus New Jack as the matchup while I let the internet know what's going on here. Let's see.
Hi.
Hey, what's happening, GK? Just doing the little pre-show match here. Which, man, the list of names available that I random selected. Blue corner had Antonio Inoki, Akiman, and Shaggy 2 Dope, which honestly, all three of those would have been excellent choices. And I guess it's one of those, like, how much do we care about overstated characters, but might bring Antonio Inoki into the might bring Antonio Inoki into the Rapture Battle Royal. Which it is funny, because I did take the time to edit the Gatekeeper's entrance in Nick's venue. But if he's doing the Rapture Challenge as a gimmick match, it doesn't matter because the gimmick matches don't have entrances. So that one all kind of comes out in the wash, but... That being said, I do actually agree with him that, like, having his branded show be a bunch of weird gimmick matches kind of sets him apart further from, like, what we're trying to do. So, within the context of the show, it makes sense. It's just kind of funny. Man setting up for here. Big cross body off the or over the top rope. New Jack once again with that iron claw. What's happening, Nick? What's happening, Zoe? Appreciate you stopping by as well. Right now, just, ooh, that could be it right there. No, New Jack not tapping out. He's hardcore. Of course, this is ECW New Jack, so very legit tough guy. Big drop kick from Akiman. Akiman going up top. Shooting star press. That has to be it. 2, 3 count fall. So I guess before we get started, you know, Alfonso brought to my attention, and I'm sure you guys have seen the news about the passing of Kobe Bryant. Kind of suggested do something. Thought about doing a 10 bell, but like couldn't really justify that without parody. So I don't really want to say things that people smarter and more eloquent than me have already said, but guess just take a moment to acknowledge that you know, a sports star of our generation has passed away today, and it's deeply unfortunate. But I suppose there's like not really a convenient way to transition into the show proper, so we're just gonna run the intro package and get tonight's show on the road. So everybody get on your feet, make some noise as we start another edition of Blake's House Professional Wrestling.
Counting up and the grip begins to Sup, Matt? I'm glad to hear that you're NW in. With that being said, I do have somewhat of a challenge for you. At the next pay-per-view, if you want, you can have a tag team match. As long as you find a partner, anybody of your choosing. Just let me know. Thanks.
And, oh shit. I made the same mistake I made last week. So I guess we're going to be live from 3 venues tonight, but, I was going to say, Nick Vadala with some cryptic words for Matthew Knapp as we get straight into our first contest of this evening. Matthew Knapp only has 1 match to find a partner. He's going to be going on next. So hopefully for him this match runs long, as we have the Pearlman brothers going up against Nick's Wrestling Organization's own Goodwins. The Goodwins, of course, if you were tuned in last week, they had a #1 contenders opportunity, came up just short against COLBY and Mag.Lo. So they will be opening tonight's show against the Pearlman brothers, who certainly looking for another opportunity at Blake's House Tag Team Gold, or possibly de-rusting a little bit for that Chop Shop tournament that will be coming up. Brought to you as a Judgment Pro Wrestling and the Source Magazine cross-promotional event. Big DDT from Bobby Goodwin, as Ryan and Bobby just slugging it out near that blue Gatorade corner. And look at the technical prowess of Bobby Goodwin, just trapping the legs of Ryan Pearlman. And now going into that giant swing, but Josh has faith in his teammate. And Ryan able to get to his own corner, make the tag. Ooh, goes for that big crossbody, doesn't connect. And neither will Bobby Goodwin. But that flying head scissors will, but that's shot him so very close to that blue Gatorade corner. Hold on, we are going high risk. No. Denied by Josh Pearlman. Now Josh bringing this fight back to his own corner. Oh, not quite able to cut Bobby off. That is going to allow Billy Goodwin back into this match. Ooh, big super kick. But Josh looking unfazed here. Kick to the gut, but not quite enough to... Oh my god, going for that devastating spear once again, but doesn't quite find its mark. The thing I will say, these Nick's Wrestling Organization tag teams, they are well-researched, well-prepared, they function very well as a unit, but they are going up against another tag team that have been competing together for years in the Pearlman brothers. So experience versus experience, that advantage that the Nick's Wrestling Organization teams typically have, possibly neutralized here in this contest. And big kick to the lower abdomen is, once again, not quite able. Hold on. Big double drop kick. But Bobby Goodwin unable to maintain that offensive momentum. And that disrespectful slap right across the face. Big leaping vertical suplex, and that is going to send Ryan Pearlman to the outside, and that's going to clear out both aprons, but only for a moment. Ooh, amazing display of agility. And there is that teamwork. Oh, roll up out of nowhere, but not even a 1 count. Bobby Goodwin once again just that patented Mixed Wrestling Organization tag team offense, that pick a body part and work at it over the course of the match. Ooh, goes that leaping facebuster, but doesn't quite find its mark. I'd say these teams appear to have scouted each other very well. Step up Insaguri right to the side of the head. And now that combination neck and leg hold from Billy Goodwin. Josh will not be submitted, at least not this early in this contest. Big punt kick right across the face, and Billy Goodwin is in control. Josh able to break out of that hold. He couldn't quite reach that bottom rope, but is able to reach his own corner, bring his partner into this contest. Big double drop kick from the Pearlman brothers. And now it is Ryan's job to keep that momentum going, but he is cut off. Picture perfect shooting star press. And gets a 2 count off of it. Goodwin brothers once again back in their own corner. And on. Oh, these teams, they seem to be so well prepared for this match, not letting either side hit anything especially big. Got to stick to those fundamental moves in situations like that, and that seems to be what has been effective, particularly for the Goodwins over the course of this match. Big leaping vertical suplex. And you certainly saw Josh Pearlman going for that Pharaoh Spear twice earlier in this match, but the Goodwins had it scouted both times. But possibly creating an opportunity to hit that once again as Josh Pearlman back in this match as he goes head-to-head with Billy Goodwin. Big arm drag as both men taking a moment to breathe on the mat. Josh to his feet first, but Billy going high risk here. Beautiful moonsault. And transitions into that hold. Such a long way to go for Ryan Pearlman, but is able to break it up as Bobby Goodwin content to sit on the apron. He knows his partner not going to be submitted. Confident that he can break out of that hold. Josh Pearlman, hold on now. Pearlman going up top. Oh my God, Destino. Bobby not yet finished, but Josh finished with Bobby as he's able to get to his own corner. Big double arm DDT, but that's going to create an opening for Ryan Pearlman. Big boy senton, possibly setting up for a second. No. And there's that well-researched defense from both teams as they are just denying each other opportunities to get anything going here. Bobby Goodwin taking a moment to show off for the crowd at home, and the Goodwin brothers in total control, both inside and outside the ring right now, but hold on. Ryan Pearlman now starting to gain the upper hand on the outside as Harada's count is at 10. And Pearlman able to get back into the ring, and Josh sets him up. And crossface hold, and Billy Goodwin not leaving the apron, but Bobby able to break that hold. Both members of their respective teams tagging their partners. Devastating flapjack and cutter. So Ryan Pearlman going back to his own corner. This will get the Goodwin's apron, or excuse me, get a man off the Goodwin apron to break that pinfall up. Now, Josh Pearlman just pounding away at Billy Goodwin here. This is just an absolute slugfest. Hold on, roll up out of nowhere, cover 2. Oh my God. Bobby Goodwin not quite able to cross the desert there, but Billy able to kick out on his own power. But how much of that did that roll-up take out of him? He clearly was not prepared for it, and it nearly cost his team the match. Ooh, big double drop kick, and Billy going back to his own corner, and Bobby in excellent position going one-on-one with Josh Pearlman. And possibly setting up for another, oh my God, devastating powerbomb. And now the Pearlman brothers getting their second wind. And hits it once again, but too close to that orange Gatorade corner. Big lariat from Josh. You know he's got to be looking for that spear. But the Goodwin brothers just not giving him a single moment where he can be comfortable going to hit it. Josh once again shot into the ropes. Josh Pearlman bringing Ryan back into this contest, and big twisting senton off the second. Oh my God. Ryan Pearlman certainly came to play. Goes for the cover 1, but only gets 1. Josh forced back to his own corner as Ryan Pearlman all alone in that hold, but handles himself quite well here. Oh my God. That could be it. But Josh now able to break it up. And now we've got a fresh Josh Pearlman in this match, but Billy Goodwin shutting him down. Josh going up top. Hold on, what's he setting up for? Big body splash, cover 1, 2. Oh my God, even that wasn't enough. Just how much more is it going to take to put the Goodwin brothers away here? Tag to the fresh man in that blue Gatorade corner. Bobby running the ropes. Big sit out lariat, just crushing the throat. But Josh gets to his feet so quickly. He knows how important it is to get back to his own corner, and he is able to do so. We have got a fresh Ryan Pearlman in this match, as both Ryan Pearlman and Bobby Goodwin slugging it out. Bobby gaining the upper hand briefly, runs the ropes, and flashing elbow right across the throat. But this time, it's Ryan Pearlman scrambling to his feet. Bobby taking a moment to give the crowd at home something, but that could have cost him, as Ryan Pearlman back in this match. And Destino! And that is going to create an opportunity to get a fresh man in and try to cut off some of this momentum that Ryan Pearlman has started to build here. But Ryan Pearlman unbothered by that hot tag, as he just plants Billy Goodwin into the mat with that DDT. Back switch, but it's going to take more than that to put one over on Ryan Pearlman. Big drop toe hold, and this could be it. And that is going to be enough, just inches away from the bottom rope. Ryan Pearlman just couldn't quite reach it. And that is going to be a victory for the Goodwin brothers. And yeah, this, like, definitely happy that we threw this match together like absolutely last minute, but that was a damn good match. So, yeah, that was one hell of a contest to start things off here. But things are only going to get bigger as we go on in tonight's show. Of course, this is the Mixed Wrestling Organization special event. We are going to crown the first ever Mixed Wrestling Organization championship. Or the first ever Mixed Wrestling Organization champion. We had 2 matches to determine who would be entered into that contest. And the 2 competitors that would go into tonight's main event. Dick Bruiser, the first ever competitor to be featured on Blake's House Television from Mixed Wrestling Organization. And Jim Jack, the most recent addition to the Mixed Wrestling Organization stable, are going to be going head-to-head in something of a generational struggle to crown the first ever NWO champion. But that is not the only matches we have, not the only big match we have on tonight's show. Of course, we have Craig Tonga being challenged by Alfonso for that Shoot Division Mixed Martial Arts Championship. We have the Rapture coming back from hiatus. We have not seen him, aside from that Fatal 4-Way contest to determine who would be competing for the Mixed Wrestling Organization Championship. We have not seen him on television in several weeks, not since he was bested by Ramon in singles competition. We're going to have to see just what kind of a competitor he is coming off of that loss. Of course, we have the King of Fighters TV title to look forward to, as well as the Blake's House Tag Team Championships being challenged by Mag.Lo and COLBY. But as I alluded to earlier, we have got to figure out if Matthew Knapp was able to find a partner and the unfortunate fact here is I don't have anything to cut to actually, you know what, I can make that happen. Hold on. Let's work smarter, not harder here. Let's locate. So let us go ahead and play the video package that opened tonight's show, just to get a reminder for the stakes of this match here.
What's up, Matt? I'm glad to hear that you're NW in. With that being said, I do have somewhat of a challenge for you. At the next pay-per-view, if you want, you can have a tag team match. As long as you find a partner, anybody of your choosing. Just let me know. Thanks.
So, throughout that opening contest, Matthew Knapp looking for somebody to be his partner in this contest. He only had one match, but it was one 28-minute contest to find a partner. So we are going to have to see exactly who he was able to get on such short notice. And hold on, that's Sterling. That is a huge get, as Sterling very recently having a barn burner of a contest with Blake's House Heavyweight Champion Terrell Benjamin. came up just short in that match, but looks like he is going to be fighting at Matthew Knapp's side, at least for tonight. As we go live to the Knicks Wrestling Organization or the Knicks Wrestling Organization Outdoor Arena just outside of Madison Square Garden. And right now, Ramos and Knapp battling it out here. Certainly get the impression that this is Matthew Knapp's tryout match. So El Idolo and Ramos trying to keep this outsider Matthew Knapp from being NWN, as he put it, but Matthew Knapp certainly found a blue chipper to back him up in this tag team contest. And even Sterling's future a little bit uncertain at this point. As I said, he came up just short in that heavyweight championship bout. Oh my God. Ramos able to put one over on Sterling here, locking on that armbar. Ramos known as the tallest cruiserweight. A man well over 6 feet tall, but still under 220 pounds. And has the agility and finesse to back it up. Ramos bringing El Idolo back into this contest. Ramos once again working the arm of Sterling. And here we have that patented Knicks Wrestling Organization Tag Team Wrestling at play here. Now certainly Ramos and Idolo have not tagged together nearly to the extent that the Goodwin brothers or the Sinners have. Possibly at all, but they do subscribe to that same school of wrestling and are going to try to be using that to great effect over the course of this contest. Right now, Matthew Knapp back in the ring. Gets mount position and just starts unloading wild shots to the head. And that is going to send El Idolo back to his own corner, bring Ramos back into this match, and he's going to try and slow Matthew Knapp down. Big arm drag. And they say this every time, to the point where it's almost not true this late in Knapp's run in Blake's House Wrestling. You forget just how accomplished a technical wrestler he is, and it's reasons like that that you might forget Matthew Knapp's amateur wrestling background. And right there, another big double leg takedown. But Ramos traps the arm. But Sterling there to break it up. Can see at least what Ramos' game plan over the course of this match is going to be. He wants to disable his opponents, take away the power advantage from somebody like Sterling, make it that much harder to reposition his opponents on the mat, as Matthew Knapp would want to do with his wrestling style. Haven't quite seen an emergent game plan from El Idolo yet, but Ramos has certainly been the star of the Knicks Wrestling Organization team over the course of this contest. Oh my God, absolutely beautiful backbreaker, and transitions right into a moonsault, but only a count of one. it's going to take more than that to put Sterling away. He is an absolute monster of a man and wants to remind you at every step. Big headbutt from the big man. And Sterling possibly setting up for that patented Warzala elbow drop. That maneuver that's he and Warzala used to great effect in their tag team championship run. And just the complete lack of respect from the Sterling and Matthew Knapp team. Count of 1. Ooh, sandwich enziguri from Ramos and Idolo, and Ramos going up top, and absolutely gorgeous double moonsault. And now grabs a hold, double armbar, but Matthew Knapp just able to get his head and neck under that bottom rope, and that may have saved him there. And once again, Ramos trapping the arm, neutralizing Matthew Knapp's advantage. Ooh, but big gut wrench suplex from Knapp here, and Knapp going back to his own corner. And once again, Ramos just trying to disable Knapp. Well, Sterling has something to say about that as he's trying to choke the life out of Devon Ramos. Ramos swinging wildly with that kick, as is Idolo. And once again, another cross arm breaker from that mount position. Ramos proving to be extremely difficult to pin down. Ooh, but Sterling as well, creating some difficulties for this Knicks Wrestling Organization team. Big eye rake, and Idolo swinging wildly with that kick. Doesn't quite hit, but does connect with the second. Misses with that leaping facebuster, and now Sterling has an opportunity. Big patented Warzala elbow drop, but only gets a count of 1. Ramos and Idolo have made the critical mistake. They have allowed Sterling to get going here. And he is such a difficult man to stop when he gets started. Ramos doing an excellent job of slowing him down thus far. Big flipping senton, goes up top again and connects with another one. And now working the leg of Sterling. Ramos just continuing to try to pick this team apart. And rolls through into that scarf hold. Matthew Knapp able to break it up. Big German suplex from Knapp. Sterling calling for the end. Big rolling lariat. And that's going to send him back to his own corner, create an opportunity to bring Matthew Knapp in. Ramos going to do the same with Idolo. We've got 2 fresh competitors in this match. Plants him onto the mat, gets mount, but Knapp having a great deal of difficulty maintaining that advantage. Ooh, hold on, sunset flip powerbomb, 1, 2. Oh, only a 2 count. Flying head scissors this time from Idolo. And a flipping senton of his own. He's going up top once again. And moonsault double stomp, just burying his boots right into the chest of Matthew Knapp. Ooh, and kicks the leg right out from underneath the legs of Matthew Knapp. As Idolo connects with a double moonsault and thinks better of going high risk one more time. Big spine buster now goes up top. And will connect. 2. 3 count fall. And Idolo and Ramos shutting Matthew Knapp down. And a big thing to hang your hat on in this contest. Matthew Knapp could not press the advantage with his amateur wrestling style. Anytime he got that mount position, Ramos was especially effective in countering into that cross arm breaker, but Idolo as well using that Lucha Libre style, able to roll through and escape those dangerous holds that Matthew Knapp able to employ. Don't know what this means for Matthew Knapp, but we will have to see. This was supposed to be his tryout match for Nick's Wrestling Organization, but not able to secure the victory. But let's go ahead and keep this show rolling here, as we have a Battle Royal to get to determine exactly who is going to be facing the Rapture on tonight's show. And see Alfonso asking about when his match is going to be on tonight. That is going to be 2 matches away from tonight's main event. That is a title match, brother, going up against Craig Tonga for the Shoot Division Championship. But we have still got quite a lot of wrestling to get to before then, as we need to figure out who is going to be in this Battle Royal to determine who is going to be facing the Gatekeeper on tonight's show. Now, Judgment Pro Wrestling has already submitted a couple of names they would like to see in the Battle Royal. One of them being the Gatekeeper, creating an opportunity for Enforcer versus Enforcer. Let's go ahead and get Frank Vista, a man that has never put on a bad showing in a Battle Royal contest. And let us see here. I think it is worthwhile to get Ramon in here, the first and only man to get a pinfall victory over the Rapture. But that is going to leave 5 more names, people. If you want to suggest some wrestlers, now would be a great time to do so. We can certainly get Shawn Satchwell in, get some more JPW names on tonight's show. Tekken 7 King? I am sure I have a king. Let's see. This says king. Well, this is also king, but I think this one's got a more complete move list. I only know this says king because the thing under it says Armor King. And Emerald Flosion is Tekken 7 King's Rage Art, so... You want that NBA Jam player? I can certainly do that. Let's see what we got. I do, in fact, have the golfer from that golf game we play. And Nick suggesting Zero Lopez getting another Blake's House Wrestling rep, and that's going to close out the list of possible competitors. Ooh, Blake hit me with that Twitch Prime subscriber for 7 months, and hold on a second here. Actually, I am going to give Zo Yokozuna, just because he didn't get... well... Yeah, I'm gonna give Zoe Yokozuna because kind of want to do something with Zero later. And I definitely have Yokozuna. So that is going to be the list of competitors for tonight's Battle Royal. Let's see, if we were short on names, there was somebody I would have put in that is really fun for these. But so we've got our 8 competitors. We're taking this to the parking lot of Madison Square Garden, as Nick's Wrestling Organization has a ring set up outside, and we're going to get into an 8-man over-the-top rope battle royal to determine who will be facing the Rapture.
Fight!
And as these always are, just so difficult to call at the start of one of these matches. Yokozuna battling it out with Robert Landolt, and looks like Ramon switching dance partners, and well, I believe that was Frank Vista already eliminated. A rough start for Vista at this point in the match. But Judgment Pro Wrestling still has 2 more names in this contest. Of course, the favorite being the Gatekeeper, but Shawn Satchwell not a competitor to be taken lightly as he goes head-to-head with the NBA Jam player as he slams him to the mat. But it is chaos near that Publix brand logo there, as nearly everyone battling it out in that corner of the ring. Hold on. King and Yokozuna collaborating to eliminate the Gatekeeper, possibly trying to get the biggest, most dangerous man out of this match, and that means the next man with the biggest target on his back almost certainly has to be Yokozuna, or possibly Ramon. As I said, Ramon the only competitor with a pinfall victory over the Rapture. And Yokozuna just crushing Robert Landolt as El Hijo de King hits that giant swing on Ramon. Big chop to the chest. Figure Yokozuna looking for that bonsai drop, but not being given opportunities. Ooh, King possibly trying to get an elimination on Satchwell, but Satchwell reversing that suplex, protecting himself in this match as the last member of Judgment Pro Wrestling in this contest. Stretch hold from Ramon. Looks like Yokozuna has it out for Satchwell, but Robert Landolt getting in his way. Devastating lariat. And Yokozuna just flattens Ramon there with that devastating slam. Big inverted suplex from Satchwell, and Ramon is on the ropes. NBA Jam player kicking out of that devastating bonsai drop. And Yokozuna looking out of gas here as Robert Landolt connects with that gut wrench suplex. King with the running power bomb. That wall running 1-3. Yokozuna is sending Ramon out, and it seems to be a targeted effort from the competitors in this match. get the biggest, most dangerous men out of this match so you have an opportunity. His classic Battle Royal strategy. And it is difficult to say who the favorite would be at this point in this contest. And King connecting with that Rage Art, but not able to capitalize as Robert Landl saved by one of his opponents in this match, but King pressing the advantage. Big shuffle sidekick from Yokozuna. And possibly a strategy to wear Yokozuna down, force him to run those ropes, as he is clearly winded at this point in this contest. Ooh, big leg lariat, punching the legs out from under the legs of King. Satchwell nearly eliminated on that suplex, but nearly eliminated with that suplex, but it was avoided, and King now possibly setting up for another one of those while running 1-3s, and it will connect, but Satchwell hand on the bottom rope. Sunset flip powerbomb as the NBA Jam player just tries to dunk somebody into the mat. An iron claw from NBA Jam player, but Yokozuna unbothered. King goes for the cover, but denied an opportunity there. And this match, just absolute chaos. Satchwell with a pinfall elimination on Robert Landl. Big Irish whip lariat. Satchwell possibly going broadside, but unable to connect. And another while running 1-3. But too close to the ropes.
Give up. Give up.
And Satchwell, only one official in this contest, possibly denied an elimination because Mario unable to be in two places at the same time, and oh my god, absolutely devastating backbreaker. Satchwell is dazed by that back elbow. Oh, unlucky break as the NCAA Jam player going for that big fire dunk off the top rope, but hold on. Satchwell, is he going? Thought for a moment to try and send El Hijo de King to the outside, and NBA Jam player eliminated by Yokozuna. Yokozuna with several eliminations over the course of this contest here. And he is objectively the biggest and most dangerous man, and half suplex from King. Time the ego of King possibly counting against him here. That was a possible elimination. Oh my god, devastating reverse DDT. And King connects with the Rage Art, but Satchwell wants to get that elimination here. Once again, possibly trying to go broadside, but unable to connect, and King running powerbomb cover, but Satchwell clubbing blows to the side of the head. And just hammering away at anyone and everyone. I'm surprised he hasn't taken a shot at the official in this contest with how wildly he's swinging those arms. King having none of Yokozuna's theatrics. Just connects him with that 1-2 combination. big slam, and
Give up.
King trying to eliminate Satchwell with that giant swing, but Satchwell just too much resolve. But that bonsai drop will almost certainly be enough if Satchwell doesn't get involved, and he does. He wants to eliminate both of these competitors.
1, 2.
Yokozuna able to kick out of that somehow. I don't know how he's got any more in the tank, but Emerald Flosion, and oh my god, Yokozuna tumbles to the outside. We're going to need to get a doctor to check on him right away. He has still not gotten up from the mat on the outside. And right now, King head-to-head with Satchwell. And absolutely devastating backbreaker. Both competitors take a moment to breathe here. And once again, Satchwell targeting the back. Satchwell possibly trying to go broadside here. Not able to get it. And Muscle Buster from King the second. Picture perfect moonsault. 1, 2. Oh my god, but Satchwell somehow finding that inner strength. Able to escape. This match will continue. Muscle Buster once again. And King going with that giant swing. See where he shoots him off to, and shoots him right into those ropes. Big backbreak from Satchwell. Satchwell trying to regain his composure, regain some offensive momentum. King is having none of it. Another Muscle Buster, and King now going up top. And absolutely gorgeous moonsault as he flattens Satchwell. Satchwell is on Dream Street here, but hold on just a moment. Satchwell once again going to that patented spine buster. And he just needs anything, grasping onto whatever he can to stay alive in this contest. And broadside lariato from Shawn, the swashbuckler Satchwell. And that is the momentum shifter that he needed. 1, 2, 3 count fall. And Satchwell revving up those powerful arms. He's going to be going head-to-head with the Rapture in tonight's contest. Also, fuck that 4 3/4 stars bullshit. That was a fucking spectacular, like, Final Four. Like, that Final Four alone was amazing to watch. And yeah, like, I legit thought Satchwell was done. So, like, that big comeback at the end was absolutely fantastic. And like I said, he was swinging on everybody. I'm surprised he did not take a shot at Mario at some point in that match, because Satchwell came to beat ass, and that is exactly what he did. Let's see, I'm going to switch this back to Madison Square Garden, because we won't need this again tonight. As we are about to go cage match, folks. Okay, yeah, that is locked out. As Nick Vadala calling out Tyler Donaldson on last week's show. Tyler answering the call. Ooh, this isn't the current mat. And good lord, that is one hell of a match to follow. But Nick Vadala, Tyler Donaldson, gonna settle the score once and for all inside a steel cage. Of course, we brought the baddest man on the planet, Ken Shamrock, to officiate tonight's contest. And Vadala opening up strong with 3 patented European uppercuts. Tyler's such a shifty competitor, but there is only so far you can go before you run into that cage wall there. And right now, Vadala trying to out-wrestle Donaldson, but Donaldson going high risk early and thinks better of it as he sees Vadala get to his feet. There are 4 weapons laid out inside this very ring. We'll see if that plays a factor in this contest whatsoever. Big kick to the gut and guillotine leg drop to the back of the neck. Tyler in control thus far, but have to see what Nick has up his sleeve here. And backslide cover, Tyler possibly hitting his head on that bottom turnbuckle. Big European uppercut from Vadala. And hip throw right onto that barbed wire baseball bat. Tyler very lucky not to have been busted open from that exchange. But that could be the momentum shifter that Vadala needed here, as he is in control, using that chin lock to slow Tyler down a little bit here. Ooh, going for that Tiger driver, but unable to connect it. And once again, those patented sequences of European uppercuts, they hit their mark, and now going giant swing. The Cesaro defender has logged on, and Nick Vadala connecting big with that giant swing. Tyler now, big dragon screw. Trying to cut Vadala off a little bit. Goes for that mount position and delivers a series of shots to the side of the head. Vadala able to finally push him off, but the damage has been done as Tyler now in control. Big chop to the chest. Tyler now figuring out his plan of attack. Big cutter out of nowhere. But Vadala unbothered, but Tyler reverses that suplex, and now it's Vadala planted onto that barbed wire baseball bat. Tyler sidesteps that kick, but unable to escape the snap suplex. Vadala begins to build a little bit of offensive momentum. Tyler dazed by that exchange there. Tyler shot into the ropes. Ooh, Nick not quite measuring his distance there, and gives Tyler an opportunity. Tyler going high risk, but once again, just thinks better of it as Nick gets to his feet. Big moonsault. Oh my God, that is not something that I have seen Tyler pull out. Possibly sees just how fast Nick is, how well scouted he is against Tyler, and that's he wants to escape that elbow drop, but that moonsault certainly came out of nowhere. Big elbow to the back, and now Tyler going up top. And there's that elbow drop, and there, Nick rolling out of the way, and Kamigoye right to the jaw. And Tyler is in trouble. Big backbreaker, and that could be enough. And it is. Tyler unable to stop Vadala getting over the top, and it was that diving elbow drop. When Nick rolled out of the way, Tyler coming crashing down to the mat. That was the beginning of the end for Tyler Donaldson. I agree. Like the one thing I will say, like, at the very least, that one told an interesting story. And like, hey, Tyler's in control. He misses the dive. That gives Nick an opportunity to get out. Like, that was about as good as a Fire Pro cage match is going to get. But yeah, it is what it is. But we have still got a few more matches for yeah, like I thought there was pinfall, submission, escape the cage, but there is not. I am also not clear what these are when pinfall exists. Unless it's like 3 count or submission. But I don't know, that's stuff I'll have to play with later. I also misread the order of my card, so this match came on 1 match too early, which is unfortunate, because that means we're going to have back-to-back tag team matches. But such is life, as they say. Because, but you know what? I'm actually not too bothered, as we are bumping up a title match a little bit later to the card. And that is going to be the Blake's House Tag Team Championship. Hold on a second. There we go. And as I said last week, Mag.Lo and COLBY competed for #1 contendership opportunities. They were victorious over the Goodwin brothers. They have earned themselves a shot against the Sinners, a team that has held Blake's House Tag Team Gold for several weeks now, but this might be their toughest challenge yet. But let us not waste any more time. Let us get into tonight's tag team title contest right now. And Mag.Lo making the way to the ring with his team. Making their way to the ring, and there's a reason they've held tag team gold for so long. They are 2 legit tough guys that work so well together. But Mag.Lo starting things off early, trying to give the crowd at home something, and already getting a 1 count. James Sins possibly a little bit unprepared for that flashy offense of Mag.Lo, and Mag.Lo already hitting that patented spinning toe hold. And like I said, Mag.Lo has come to fight.
Mag.Lo, 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 Mag.Lo.
Crowd behind him, but Dean Sins getting his partner into this contest, or getting brought into this contest, and hold on, COLBY and Mag.Lo, Magic Killer! Crowd now behind COLBY, but Dean Sins right now in control with that mount position. And once again, that double leg takedown, and Dean Sins not letting COLBY get started, but that is such a double-edged sword. COLBY becomes so much more dangerous the longer a match goes on. Shades of Ibushi from Wrestle Kingdom this year. He is a man that you don't want to make mad. He will not make mistakes. He will only get stronger. But thus far, Dean Sins in control over COLBY. Big backdrop, and COLBY bringing Mag.Lo into this contest, as he's had a little bit more luck thus far in this match, getting some offensive momentum going, as he shuts down that tandem offense from the Sinners. That tandem offense so instrumental in them holding the tag team titles for as long as they have. Say this time and time again, but these Knicks Wrestling Organization tag teams, so effective at cutting off the ring. But I don't know if they have fought a team quite like Mag.Lo and COLBY. Two competitors that welcome long odds. And Mag.Lo able to get this fight back into that blue Gatorade corner, but gives up control to get a switch into COLBY. And hold on a second here. STO and suplex from the Sinners, and now Dean Sins once again in control, shutting COLBY down. And back-to-back eye rakes, but COLBY's had enough. He's swinging wildly with that left hand, but Dean Sins responding back with hard shots of his own. But as I said, if you make COLBY mad, you will only make him more powerful. But big double arm DDT, center of the ring from Dean Sins, and the Sinners right now in control. COLBY has yet to really get going in this contest. But hold on, shoots Dean into those ropes. Big back elbow, and once again, COLBY bringing Mag.Lo into this match. And Mag.Lo, patented spinning toe hold, protecting his teammate. Ooh, Mag.Lo holding that drop kick for a solid 7 minutes, but unable to connect as it was sidestepped by Dean Sins. And right now, James is trying to stretch Mag.Lo out. But Mag.Lo to his feet first. Fired into that corner turnbuckle and sidesteps that big boot, and Mag.Lo just seems to be the more prepared competitor in this match. Which is so unusual when you're talking about a Knicks Wrestling Organization tag team, as you saw in the Goodwins versus Pearlman's match earlier tonight. They are so well researched, so well prepared, but how do you prepare for somebody like Mag.Lo, somebody like COLBY? But thus far, their strategy to isolate COLBY has been very effective. COLBY not really getting anything going. Mag.Lo, big airplane spin, and COLBY all alone with Dean Sins. Big pump handle drop. And COLBY going for the cover one, but only a count of one, as Dean Sins able to kick out. Big eye rake and slamming COLBY to the mat. The Sinners once again in control, but Mag.Lo now going up top. And Dean Sins now rolling out of the way of that diving elbow. And that could be the momentum shift that the Sinners needed to really shut down Mag.Lo. But Mag.Lo says that is not going to happen. You can't turn Mag.Lo off. But once again, unable to connect with that big drop kick. That one he'd been holding for at least 5 minutes, but just doesn't quite find its mark. Precision haymaker from James Sins, and Mag.Lo is dazed. Tony John knee strike right to the neck and a drop kick to the knee, taking his legs all the way out from under his legs. And once again targeting the legs with that rolling knee bar. And COLBY coming in to make the assist. Mag.Lo slamming him to the mat, and Mag.Lo bringing COLBY into this match. And once again, Magic Killer! And COLBY in control for the first time in a long time, but That's immediately cut off. As James Sins continues to shut Colby out. Hold on just a moment here. Lariato! 1, 2. Oh my god, that was nearly enough. And Mag.Lo adding injury to insult. And James Sins is in trouble now. Colby now running the ropes. Atomic Lariat number 2 in this contest. That's got to be it. But Dean Sins able to break that up, shut down both members of the blue Gatorade team in this contest. Ooh, rolling elbow, but doesn't quite find its mark. Both Mag.Lo and Dean Sins coming in as fresh competitors here. And Dean looking to shut down this hot Mag.Lo and Colby team. Cover 1, 2, but only gets 2. And Mag.Lo now has to contend with 2 competitors. James finally making his way back to his own corner as Dean Sins and Mag.Lo battle it out in the blue Gatorade corner. Mag.Lo running the ropes and a lariat of his own. Runs the ropes once again, sliding D. Forearm smash to the side of the head. And Mag.Lo now in control. Big body splash from Mag.Lo on his way out the door, and that's going to set Colby up in an excellent position. So Colby just slamming Dean Sins to the mat. Ooh, slight miscue from Colby there, giving Dean Sins an opportunity to get to his own corner. And now it is James Sins just stretching out Mag.Lo with that octopus hold. Colby forced back into his own corner as James Sins starts to choke Mag.Lo out, and that's going to clear out both aprons. And Mag.Lo making sure that Dean Sins goes back to his own corner, and this time the drop kick connects. And another forearm smash from Mag.Lo. This could be it. Colby has such a long way to go, but Mag.Lo able to break the hold. Big flying hip attack, and Mag.Lo now fired up once again. But Mag.Lo bringing Colby back into this match. And Colby letting him know it's time. Atomic Lariato! 1, 2, 3 count fall. And the landscape of tag team wrestling in Blake's house has just changed. But as I said, we're going straight from tag title match to tag title match, as we have the KOF Trios title coming up next. But gotta say, this is gonna lead to some big rewrites. I can get into a little bit more detail once we finish the show proper and we've got our dark match bullshit with the crowd situation. But yeah, I gotta say, not just the landscape of the tag team titles, but the landscape of Blake's house has changed as Mag.Lo picks up tag team gold. And this team submitted by Nick Vadala of Nick's Wrestling Organization. You're going to see some competitors from both Nick's company as well as from Judgment Pro Wrestling in a gesture of good faith here. That was a good match. Not denying that whatsoever. Like, I will say the Goodwins Pearlman match was the better tag team match, but that was also a good match. It was just a different kind of match because Mag.Lo and COLBY are not a tag team. That is true. Dave does not always know good wrestling. That is absolutely correct. Both the Fire Pro Wrestling algorithm or actual Shoot Dave. But that is a conversation for another day in its entirety, as we have got some KOF Trios action coming up right now. Certainly an interesting combination of wrestlers proposed by Nick's Wrestling Organization. And so we've got two more technical professional wrestlers, and then we have Kurt London, a man that is just a charismatic high flyer, but possibly there to round out the team a little bit. But, of course, we have the reigning KOF TV champions. They had beat DX98 last week. The Alpizars and Princler. And Eric Alpizar starting things off with Brad Chad here. And this is a story as old as time itself. We have got the strike-heavy offense of Alpizar and the amateur wrestling style offense of Brad Chad. And we are going to see yet again how those two styles clash in this contest. Alternatively, it looks like Alpizar bringing Linda into this contest. Big arm drag as she keeps this match in that orange Gatorade corner. And big stomp to the lower abdomen, but unable to cut Chad off, and we've got Zack Sabre Jr. in this contest.
What?
And Zack Sabre Jr. going to have to contend. Oh, super kick from Linda. Going to have to contend with the fact that Boris Johnson is the Prime Minister, as well as with the three competitors on the opposing team in this match. But it looks like he's going to be bringing in Kurt London. As Kurt London goes for that tornado kick, not quite able to find its mark. Kurt London overpowering Princler, connecting with that drop toe hold. Ooh, mount tackle from Princler, but London had it scouted, rolls through. London's such a slippery individual, so difficult to pin down. And Princler with that dragon screw leg whip, possibly trying to slow him down a little bit, but Kurt London can return the favor. Working the legs of Princler. Now Zack Sabre Jr. back into this contest. Princler electing to bring Alpizar into this match. Possibly not interested in going head-to-head with Zack Sabre Jr. And we are back to striking versus professional, striking versus catch as catch can wrestling. And the Noodle Man coming out on top in this exchange, but Alpizar looking to press his own advantage, but trying to figure out exactly what the strategy is here from this Knicks Wrestling Organization team. What do they see in these matchups as they are tagging in and out? But right now, whatever that strategy may be, Kurt London handling his own quite well against Alpizar. And against Princler as well. Ooh, big kick right to the side of the head, and Tornad kick, and Alpizar thrown over the top ropes. If this were the Royal Rumble on another network, Alpizar would be eliminated. Ooh, kangaroo kick from London. Princler thus far undeterred with that unorthodox offensive style that Kurt London brings to the table. And Zack Sabre Jr. rolls through with that Kimura hold. Big boy senton from Linda. Zack Sabre Jr. such a dangerous submission specialist. If it was AEW wrestler Trent Beretta, super kick! Quoted as saying it was almost as if this man was made of worms. Just so slippery, so difficult to pin down with holds of your own, but so very proficient at trapping you in situations. But right now, we have got Brad Chad back into this contest, and he's been sitting on the apron for quite a while. Got to figure he's coming in fresh here. Ooh, not quite able to avoid that left hand from Princler, but does lock on this airplane spin, and Princler stuck in the center of the ring as he is slammed right to the mat by Brad Chad. Princler shot into that corner turnbuckle, but Princler powering his way out and ensuring the audience at home is aware of exactly how clever he is for escaping that situation. Goes for the cover, 1, 2, but only 2. That's not going to be enough to put away Brad Chad. Fireman's carry takedown, and Princler trapped in that hold, like barely able to slip out, and going to go back to his own corner. And Brad Chad shutting down this tandem offense from the Princler and Alpizars. And hold on. Inferno Dragon Screw. Those mats are only a couple inches thick. That is solid concrete. Linda standing alone in the center of the ring. Brad Chad holding his own against Princler and Alpizar quite effectively, but hold on. Unprettier right onto those mats. And as I said, they are just... there is barely anything protecting these wrestlers from the asphalt below. It would be unreasonable to call that padding. But this match will continue in the ring, and Brad Chad going to get an opportunity to rest on the apron after that all-out brawl on the outside. A near victory, or a near elimination from Kurt London, who not quite able to connect with that leaping facebuster, and that's going to buy an opportunity for Linda to get some offense in of her own. Looks like she's going to try to get back to her own corner, and she does. And the Alpizars double drop kick to Kurt London, and Linda adding injury to insult. And Eric now transitions right into that knee bar. And that will clear out the blue Gatorade apron, creating an opportunity. And pop-up famouser from Kurt London, and that's going to send him back to his own corner. And Zack Sabre Jr. back into this contest. ZSJ pushing Alpizar back into his own corner, but Alpizar unbothered by it. Those educated feet of Eric Alpizar planting Zack Sabre Jr. into the mat, and now goes for the cover. 1, 2. Linda barely able to make the save. And roll-ups in stereo, both from the red and blue Gatorade corners. Now Alpizar trapped in that sleeper hold. Linda once again able to protect her husband, but flapjack face buster. That is the kicking combination that put Tyson away, but Alpizar, instead of pressing the advantage, brings his wife back into this match. And now it is Kurt London, Linda Alpizar, one-on-one, center of this ring. And another leaping facebuster there, but Kurt London not finished yet. Big DDT from Linda. Now Linda going up top, hold on. Big boy senton, but not quite able to find his mark, and this is where Kurt London shines. He is very excited about this opportunity that's just been given to him. And Kurt London, hold on. Oh, takes just a little bit too long. The same thing that has endeared him to audiences all over the world is exactly what cost him that possible elimination opportunity, missing with the flaming 151. And ZSJ making sure that all 3 members of his team will stay in this contest for as long as possible. And Alpizar is dazed here. Big dragon screw leg whip, and Alpizar in trouble. Big boot to the side of the head, and Alpizar bringing Princler into this contest. Brad Chad bringing London back in. And London well set up here. Princler is dazed, but leaping neckbreaker out of desperation. Both competitors struggling to get to their feet. Kurt London, the first man to make a move. 2. Linda cut off before she could make the save. Princler had to do that one all by himself, but he does, and now locks on the crossface, but Brad Shad able to make the save, and blazing tornado as Alpizar is planted into the mat in that orange Gatorade corner, and Kurt London is loving every minute of it. London goes up top once again. Is he going to have enough time? And no! Princler as well, able to roll out of the way. But London sidestepping, hold on. Sliced bread number 2. The greatest maneuver since sliced bread, and ZSJ is now back into this contest, going one-on-one with Eric Alpizar. And Tornad kick to the back of the head, but Zack Sabre sidestepping the double leg, but unable to avoid that 1-2 combination. And Tornad kick once again. And is that going to be enough? Cover 1, 2, but broken up once again by Brad Shad, but Kurt London trapped in the unblockable. And I believe that is a pinfall elimination from ZSJ. And Princler and the Alpizars down to 3-on-2. Big wheel kick, but what is going to be? Hold on. Cover 1, but too close to that orange Gatorade corner. Hold on now. Linda getting a cover 2. almost getting an elimination of her own, and Brad Chad once again blazing tornado. And Kurt London going for that flaming 151, but Princler making the save. He can't get to the top rope. And this time it is Linda going up top, high risk, big boy senton. And Princler back into this match. Canadian Destroyer from Kurt London. Princler unable to cut off the faster competitor. And it is 3-on-2 in this stacked blue Gatorade corner. Princler unable to score the elimination. As ZSJ continues to apply that scarf hold, just choking the life out of Princler. An armbar here, but Brad Chad will not be submitted. Back switch from Princler, but roll up 1, 2, 3 count fall. Linda's gonna have to do this one all by herself. 1, 2. But no, Brad Chad getting eliminations back to back. And this team, put together by Nick's Wrestling Organization, this team of Brad Chad, Zack Sabre Jr., and Kurt London, picking up the victory. And after a long streak of so-so performances from Brad Chad, finally reaching the top of a mountain. Maybe not the summit that he was looking for, but he can hold his head up high, holding Blake's House gold. And of course, you cannot count out Kurt London, a man who welcomes the brightest spotlights, picking up his first championship on Blake's House television, sharing it with Brad Chad and Zack Sabre Jr. So you will be looking forward to seeing this team compete once again next week, defending the KOF TV titles. You gotta say, the one little detail I fucking loved was Princler cutting off Kurt London's finishing sequence, because that is such a random thing to happen, to fit together in exactly the way that would play out, but it was real good. And yeah, Kurt London, whenever he's in the ring, does very cool shit. Unfortunately, Brad Chad is champion now, so we can't make logic edits to him, but I think I see one place that he could be adjusted a little bit to hit his finish a little bit more frequently, but we'll have to wait until at some point he drops the title. But otherwise, damn good match. Congratulations to the new champions, and I'm a big fucking Zack Sabre mark, so not mad that I dropped the belt to a team with him on it. But let's keep this show rolling here, as we have the Rapture Open Challenge, and the Rapture going to be holding court in a very special type of match. And you know what, Nick, this is your show. What's the time limit for the match? I'm kind of thinking 15 minutes before shit goes down. All right. And Shawn Satchwell proving himself in that Battle Royal, but let's see if he knows exactly what it is he's getting himself into as he goes head-to-head with the Rapture in an exploding barbed wire deathmatch. Well, let's go ahead and get into this match and find out. Satchwell starting off all right here. Now, I've said this several times tonight. The Rapture only taken one pinfall loss in his entire run on Blake's House Wrestling Television. Is this going to be another one of those? Hold on, reverses Tombstone piledriver from Satchwell. Satchwell certainly thinks this is his time to get another big victory over the Rapture. Cover. Ooh, not even a count of one. And I want you guys at home to keep an eye on that clock in the lower right corner of your screen. When that clock hits 15 minutes, this ring is rigged with C4 explosives and will explode at the count of 15 minutes. You got to figure both competitors in a race to pick up a quick victory, but in doing so, you open yourself up to make mistakes.
Over.
Oh my God, just the Rapture crushing Satchwell into the mat. Of course, that barbed wire, normal barbed wire, not enough. That barbed wire is electrified, ladies and gentlemen. This match is designed from the ground up to be as punishing as possible for the competitors. But Satchwell is a rough individual and appears to have welcomed this challenge as he is bringing everything he's got to the Rapture at this point in the match. And it is so rare you see the Rapture on his back foot. But up until that moment, that is exactly what we were experiencing. But hold on. Big reverse chokeslam from the Rapture, and that is the kind of match we expect to see from him. Just such a physically dominant performer. And Satchwell is going to need to do everything he can to keep him down. Hold on. Even after firing the Rapture into that electrified barbed wire, only gets a count of one. And devastating chokeslam.
1, 2.
And nearly getting a pinfall victory. You saw, right after that chokeslam, just tries to crush the head of Satchwell. Satchwell not only has to concentrate on getting a shoulder off the mat, but he also has to get those enormous hands just off of his head. It is so very devastating. Big layout lariat from Satchwell. And spinning lariat Gotta figure Satchwell looking to go broadside very soon. We'll see if the Rapture gives him an opportunity. The Rapture is fired up. But Satchwell looking to extinguish the flame and once again fires the Rapture into those ropes. 8 minutes 30 seconds have elapsed in this contest. We are so very close, yet so very far from that 15-minute timer. Ooh, only a count of 2 from Satchwell. And this time, Satchwell shot into the ropes, and while he was reeling from that electrified barbed wire, the Rapture able to sneak in. Hold on just a moment. Oh my god, absolutely crushing tombstone. Just dropped right on his head. And gigantic chokeslam center of the ring, but the Rapture is not finished. Big lariat. But a big lariat of his own from Satchwell, and another one to a seated the Rapture. Satchwell possibly looking to go broadside, but the Rapture cuts him off. And there's that backbreaker we saw Satchwell use to such great effect in the Battle Royal, but once again, the Rapture wants nothing to do with that broadside lariat. But he's being hit with every other forearm in the book. Hold on just a moment here. Big power bomb. The Rapture not yet finished with Satchwell. And Satchwell now shot into the ropes. The Rapture in total control. Satchwell ducking that lariat. 12 minutes have elapsed. Another patented backbreaker. Oh, Satchwell trying to go broadside, but once again he is denied. And 2 clubbing blows to the side of the head will send Satchwell to his knees. The Rapture finally connecting with that tombstone piledriver, and another combination of forearm smashes to the side of the head. 13 minutes have elapsed. The Rapture once again just delivering every clubbing blow that he's got in his arsenal except one, and he will once again be denied that back position that he needs to connect with that broadside lariat. And a big reverse choke slam from the Rapture. Satchwell once again fired into the ropes. 14 minutes have elapsed. And another big backbreaker from Satchwell. And the Rapture calling for the end. 14 minutes 30, cover 1, 2. And the Rapture picking up that victory with not a moment to spare. As we were just 20 seconds away from the C4 underneath the ring exploding. And causing devastation in this match. So, what I'll say to that, if you have not seen that match type, like what it does in the game is like, all right, the ring blows up like those big like pyro boxes outside of the ring. Yeah, I think maybe I gave him to go for that pin too much. So I can dial that back a little bit, but I'm kind of happy with how he's been tweaked in the sense that, like, all right, now he can win matches, but, like, he's not a super dominant force, but I can dial that back a little bit because he did go to that a little more often than I'd like. But what I would say, like, if you've seen the Terry Funk Cactus Jack match where they had this match type, Like, so, like, the pyro goes off, but it's, like, extremely unimpressive. Because it is just, like, smoke bombs in those boxes, and that is the ring exploding. But, like, what happens in the game is if that explosion drops somebody's health to 0, it basically counts as a critical and the character is knocked out. So, in a match where, in a relatively even match, it is possible that will result in a double KO and there's no clear victor. Or, in an even match where, like, the explosion timer is really early, it'll knock neither character out and the match continues, but both people are severely fucked up. That being said, very much enjoyed the Rapture beating the clock. Like, that was kind of, like, it wasn't the finish you wanted to see, but it was still cool. Because it was so very close. But, we have still got 3 more matches left on tonight's show. So let us go ahead and get into the match for the Blake's House Shoot League Championship. Craig Tonga will defend against Alfonso, coming back from his Japanese excursion, doing something that nobody would have expected. But training with Minoru Suzuki. Possibly in hindsight, this challenge makes sense. He wants to test himself against one of the toughest shooters in Nick's wrestling organization, and that is the Blake's House Shoot League champion, Craig Tonga.
Fight.
Alfonso, not traditionally a mixed martial arts competitor. That inexperience will certainly be an issue for him in this match, but thus far, hold on. Tonga in control, but Alfonso not allowing him too much room to breathe here. Big belly-to-belly overhead suplex. But massive forearm smashes just right to the top of the head of Alfonso, trying to bust him open in this contest. Alfonso trying to slow Tonga down with that chin lock. And thus far, the match appears to be relatively even. Both competitors feeling each other out a little bit. Ooh, that wasn't enough to put Alfonso down. That DDT will drop Tonga. Alfonso rolling through, escaping that pressure. And another big DDT from Alfonso. Ooh, knee bar, but Alfonso saved by the bell. This match so difficult to call. But I had to put that one on my scorecard. I would say that first round was even, but Tonga off to a very strong start in the second round, dropping Alfonso and locking on that knee bar immediately. And another big belly-to-belly overhead suplex, just launching Tonga into the cage walls there. Alfonso trapped in that crossface hold, trapping the shoulder and arm, but both competitors very winded at this point in the match. Repeated chops to the chest, and once again locks on that knee bar, trying to disable Alfonso here. But Alfonso able to break the hold, and this fight will continue. And stunner. Unorthodox tactics in the cage, but locks on that sharpshooter immediately afterward. And Alfonso possibly leveling the score a little bit in this second round. Tonga hits his mark with that aluminum bat of a kick to the side of the head. And any progress Alfonso had, oh my god, hard shot to the face. Ooh, Alfonso saved by the bell once again. Might give that 10-9 Tonga in the second round, but as we go into round 3, Alfonso's strong start. And both competitors slugging it out with one another. Kamigoye goes for another Kamigoye, and that is going to do it. Alfonso is done. And Alfonso not quite able to put Craig Tonga away, but certainly giving him a run for his money. Possibly Craig Tonga came in underestimating Alfonso. Alfonso, not traditionally a mixed martial arts competitor, but wanted to test himself in this new competitive avenue. And it was anybody's match going into that third round. But Craig Tonga just the more experienced fighter in that mixed martial arts world. We'll have to see exactly what Alfonso goes to next in the world of Blake's House Professional Wrestling. That is true. You are not a mixed martial artist. But let us go ahead and get back into the steel cage, as we have got David and Nock Voldo going head-to-head. Let's see here. As they have got a little bit of a score to settle as well. So let us go ahead and just get right into this grudge match once again, before we crown our first ever Mixed Wrestling Organization Heavyweight Champion. It could have been not escape until I hit go. Yeah, it's my bad. Of course, you'll remember it was David that was instrumental in determining the identity of Mixed Wrestling Organization's boss, Nick Vadala. And it was not Voldo that attacked David during one of his matches during that investigation that spawned this rivalry. Big falling fist from Voldo. The two have not gone head-to-head in quite some time, but Nick Vadala playing matchmaker here. Wanted to see these two go at it one more time on the Mixed Wrestling Organization show. Make sure that any unresolved issues are settled. Ooh, big chop from David here. Ooh. Attempted leaping cutter from Voldo, and we're still in the feeling out process a little bit here. Precision haymaker from Nock Voldo, and now just locks on that Boston Crab, trying to slow David down, make it that much harder for him to escape the cage. Of course, foreign objects all legal in this contest. You can see there are 4 laid out in the ring. David, of course, bringing some weapons from home, as he often does. You would hear Nock Voldo attempting to use his freaky magic, but David was not... Oh, big Mongolian chop from Clement here. David was unfazed by that supernatural assault from Voldo. Big headbutt from Voldo, and this match is still very much neck and neck. David shot into the ropes, but slight miscalculation. Hold on now, David, another big chop to the chest. And David's just going to slow this one down a little bit, brother. But Voldo will not be slowed down. He will not be stopped. Ooh, but a big cross chop might slow him down a little bit. And once again, just raking the face with that foreign object. And David is in control. Once again, shoots Voldo into the ropes, but Voldo able to avoid and just clubbing blow into the face. And once again, goes for that Boston Crab. Just trying to wear down the legs and the back. Just make it so much harder to escape this cage. David, hold on, going high risk here. This is what did Tyler in, but David X marks the spot right on the chest and connects with that diving elbow drop and keeps that offensive momentum going. Nock Voldo is in trouble here. Once again, sidesteps that leaping cutter, and David's still in control. Big Mongolian chop, and David showing off a little bit for the folks at home. And big power bomb, but Voldo to his feet. This match will continue. And this time Nock Voldo going in that high blue Gatorade district, and David avoiding that diving attack, rolls out of the way. Nock Voldo stuck on the mat, and David will escape the cage. Doing Nock Voldo in very much the same way Tyler was bested earlier tonight. Able to escape that diving attack, and then immediately escape the cage while Nock Voldo was laid out on the mat. So what I will say in response to those cage matches being kind of underwhelming, I'm going to check what the other win conditions are in cage match off stream and see if either of those turn into more interesting matches. Because there is another thing that happens in cage matches, and I have never seen it in a single like CPU versus CPU Fire Pro cage match, is like you can use the cage as a weapon. The command that throws somebody over the top rope will instead just throw them into the cage wall, and it's very cool. But I have never seen it done by the computer in this game. So I'll play with the other win conditions. Yeah, they have pinfall only, submission only. I think 3 count is just standard rules, pinfall or submission. 2 count is probably that, but with 2 count instead of a 3 count, if I had to guess. But I'm curious if this is pinfall, submit, or escape the cage, because that is what I would like. But who knows? Certainly not me. But we have got one more match for you guys tonight. And that is to crown the first ever Knicks Wrestling Organization Heavyweight Champion. And we have got the first and the latest competitor from Knicks Wrestling Organization going head-to-head for the NWO title. So let us go ahead and get into that match right now.
Fight.
And if you were tuned in just a couple weeks ago, there was just an absolute classic of a match with the Firm up against Robert Walsh and John Newton in this exact match type, and Jim Jack trying to send Bruiser to the outside onto that barbed wire mats, but not quite able to hit his mark. Bruiser attempting the same thing, and both competitors struggling here, trying to gain the upper hand. Jim Jack right now in control, but do not count out Dick Bruiser. Dick Bruiser won an absolutely stacked Fatal 4-Way to get into this match. And right now, he is in control. Big lift and drop, and thus far, those barbed wire boards on the outside and in the four corners of the ring have not come into play just yet, but don't count on that being the case for long. Hold on, Dick Bruiser bringing in the equalizer, but he is disarmed by Jim Jack before he gets an opportunity to use it. And Jim Jack once again just working the knees and the back of Dick Bruiser. Dick Bruiser, an older competitor. He said this is a generational struggle. Jim Jack thinking that Dick Bruiser is a relic from a bygone era. But Dick Bruiser looking to prove that he can still go in the Blake's House Wrestling world. And oh my God, just crushing Jim Jack with that devastating slam. And Jim Jack rolls through, just starts to work the arm. Big knee to the gut. Jim Jack once again just working the knees and ankles of Bruiser. Big vertical suplex, so close to those ropes, so dangerously close to sending Dick Bruiser to the outside into that barbed wire boards just laid out around the ring. Big elbow drops. And for the first time this match, hold on. Oh my God, Dick Bruiser forced to roll to the outside, and that explosive barbed wire, Dick Bruiser is bloodied, landing on those boards on the outside. And Jim Jack just absolutely dominating Dick Bruiser here, sending him to the outside once again. And Dick Bruiser returns the favor. They do not call this a Landmine Deathmatch for nothing. If you were disappointed you did not get any explosions in that exploding ring barbed wire deathmatch, Jim Jack and Dick Bruiser looking to make sure you got your money's worth tonight. And both competitors just beaten bloody here. And a clubbing blow from Jim Jack. Dick Bruiser is in trouble. Small package bomb, that has to be enough. No! Dick Bruiser isn't finished. And once again, Jim Jack sent to the outside onto those explosive barbed wire boards. And you can see the blood pooling on those boards on the outside of the ring.
Feel the power. Finish.
Devastating powerbomb from Dick Bruiser, and that will be enough. Center of the ring, not a doubt in anyone's mind that he is the victor in this contest. And proving to Jim Jack, proving to the Blake's House Wrestling audience that he has still got it and is somebody that has to be taken seriously in Blake's House Professional Wrestling. And that is going to conclude the official portion of tonight's show. Of course, we've got one more bonus match before you can go and probably tune into the Royal Rumble if you are interested in some more wrestling tonight. So let's go ahead and get into that right now before... Yeah, and I think one of the cage matches was pretty well evaluated as well, if I remember correctly. I'd have to go back and check that again. But yeah, I'd say overall, totally solid card. Let's see. I am going to strike out PJ and Knapp. And see, who do y'all want to see wrestle in the bonus match while we just kind of talk about the show we did? And Zoe, once again, like... Sorry I put you in a match that you had very little chance of succeeding in, but also, like, it was the only title that you could conceivably compete for immediately coming back from Japan. Because, like, everything else kind of had something going already. But that also doesn't mean, like, we can't put you in the heavyweight title picture later. It was just like, hey, I needed something to do with your character when you came back from Japan. But, I'm seeing 6 names on this screen here. We need to turn that into 1 name on both sides. Want Regal? I am very okay with Regal. Like, I kind of like Warhorse, but not mad at Sting either, honestly. I am pretty sure this match has happened on a handful of occasions already, but I am totally cool with this match happening again because it's a damn good matchup. No, it's totally cool. Like, I have got no problem with seeing Regal versus Sting. It is funny, like, I have never actually seen Warhorse wrestle. I have just seen him post on Twitter. And big fan of Warhorse, the wrestler, because he is very good at that website. It is also why, like, I'm a fan of RJ City, because, like, I watch his YouTube stuff. Never seen RJ City wrestle, but he is very funny on YouTube. So, which is actually why, like, a couple of the shows that me and James are going to on Mania weekend, it's like, hey, I want to see Warhorse actually wrestle. I want to see RJ City actually wrestle, so I can kind of put a wrestling style to a, like, online presence. But James and I are going to be fucking sick of professional wrestling after all the shows we're going to that weekend. I am also excited for WrestleMania. Gotta say, like, it was a damn good, like, event from top to bottom. The Goodwins versus Pearlmans fucking stole the show, because that was a really, really good match. And it's funny that, like, we super put that together, like, this morning, basically, or maybe last night, I can't remember which. It was like, it's like, shit, we need one more match. Let's put this in, and it turned out to be a fucking barn burner of a contest. Like, thinking about it afterward, I do agree, like, the Sinners versus Mag.Lo and COLBY was a better match than, like, I initially gave it credit for, but that's also because I was comparing it to the Goodwins and Pearlman's match. But it did kind of play the, hey, you've just made COLBY mad, and then he's going to hit you with 3 atomic lariats, and then you're just going to fucking die. So, like, waiting for COLBY to get started was kind of the story of that match, and it was really cool when he finally did get going. Actually, on the subject of JPW guys, like, doing well, the Battle Royal, that was maybe the best Final Four in a Battle Royal that we've had, like, since I started doing that match type. Because, like, a lot of shit happened in that Final Four. Yeah, the KOF match was good as well. Like, I mean, I don't think Kurt London's ever going to have a bad match. Which is why, I can't remember if I said it privately with GK or if I said it in the Discord, but I very much want to see a Kurt London versus Mag.Lo match, because Mag.Lo has also never had a bad match, and they're both, like, huge crowd-pleasing characters, so I think that would be a fun matchup to have once, like, we can put together an excuse for them to have a match. But that will have to wait, as Kurt London is currently the Trios champion, so they're not going to be able to lock up for a little while.
One, two.
Mag.Lo is also the tag champ. Oh my god. I mean, being the tag team champion is less of a barrier than being the trios champion, just because, like, you do not have to show up and defend the tag team championship every week. And because, like, Mag.Lo and COLBY are both, like, generally singles guys, they could be, So one thing I changed with the Goodwins, and they didn't do it in the match, which kind of upset me a little bit, is because, like, they're, like, 1980s babyface tag team. I wanted them to pin off of their double team moves, but what seemed to be the case was the person that initiated the double team move was not the legal man, so they didn't go into the pin. Because, yeah, like, alright, back in the 80s, double dropkick was, like, the most over finisher in wrestling. So, but, like, Billy Goodwin wasn't the legal man when he hit the double dropkick, so he didn't pin off of it. I'm trying to remember if there's any other changes I made to anybody else. I gave Ramos and Idolo a little bit more priority offense. But, like, off the top of my head, I couldn't remember exactly what I changed. Because I changed that, like, a week ago, and I'm trying to remember, like, if I did anything to anyone else. Eventually, when Brad Chad ends up dropping the belt, I'll look at his logic settings and see if we can't make him more reliably go to his finishing hold. Because I tried tweaking it a little bit, but I think I didn't tweak enough. Oh my god, that suplex absolutely devastating. They were, like, if we were going to treat those as cooldown matches, like, I probably should have put them in different spots on the card than I did. But, it is what it is. I'd say overall, very successful show. Like 8 out of 10 matches, real good matches. The cage matches, just okay cage matches. And I think, like, one of those cage matches, instead of 2, you could still have that match because they both ended the same way. Like, if we only had one cage match on the card and, like, the story is, like, somebody goes for their dive, misses their dive, and that creates an opportunity for somebody to leave, that's cool once. The second time it happens, now it's, like, you can see the limits of the game at work. But that is what it is. I am not going to waste you guys' time too much longer because it is the Royal Rumble, which is the one wrestling or the one WWE show a lot of people watch every year, even if you don't watch WWE. So just going to make a couple of announcements. There will be no Blake's House Wrestling next week as I have no interest in competing with the Super Bowl. I would also like to watch the Super Bowl. So the week after next, that would be, let's see here, the 9th is going to be my next show at twitch.tv/MondayCindy on Sunday the 9th, 7:30 p.m. Additionally, we've got the possibly weekly NHL 20 exhibitions between myself and Eric Alpizar. So look for that more than likely on my channel, twitch.tv/MondayCindy at 8 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. If we end up doing it on Alpizar's channel, I will be sure to get that information to you guys. There's a handful of other games I am interested in and might stream, but probably won't. Who knows? But those are definitely the two things that you can count on and look for. But like I said, not going to waste any more of your time. Hope you enjoyed the show and hope you come back for the next one.